Welcome back to the U.S. now. At least 3 students were killed after a shooting at their high school in southeastern Michigan. Police say a 15-year-old student opened fire at his Michigan high school on Tuesday, killing 3 teenagers, wounding 8 other people before surrendering to police in what was the deadliest U.S. school shooting so far this year. Let's listen in.
In charge of the Detroit office. It's unfortunate that I have to report that we have 3 deceased victims right now who are all believed to be students. We have 6 others that were shot. 1 was a school teacher. They're all at local hospitals being treated for various injuries. It's a 15-year-old student who was a sophomore at the high school. He did not give us any resistance when he was taken into custody. He's currently being transported back to Pontiac for potential, he's already invoked his right to not speak, so he wants an attorney. He's not telling us anything at this point in time. It's a very tragic situation, obviously. Around 12:51 today, we received a 911 call of an active shooter at the high school. Deputies immediately responded, and we received over 100 911 calls into our dispatch center, over 100. The deputies took a suspect into custody within 5 minutes of the original 911 call.
Now, the sheriff's office said the dead were a 16-year-old male, a 14-year-old female, and a 17-year-old female. Of the wounded, 6 were in stable condition and 2 were undergoing surgery. The suspect was taken into custody and a semi-automatic handgun was seized. But there was no immediate explanation for what might have prompted the attack in Oxford, a small town about 40 miles north of Detroit. According to the Independent site, the Oxford school shooter knocked on doors, pretending to be a sheriff to try and lure students out of classrooms, according to a parent. Fox News in Detroit, meanwhile, was told that the gunman was saying he was with the sheriff's office, while the parent added that her son was barricaded under a desk during this incident. Police received more than 100 911 emergency calls shortly after noon, and that the shooter unleashed 15 to 20 shots over about 5 minutes. The suspect was taken into custody within 5 minutes of the first 911 call. President Joe Biden was informed of the shooting during a visit to Minnesota. Let's listen in.
Learned about a school shooting in Michigan. We learned, as we learned the full details, my heart goes out to the families enduring the unimaginable grief of losing a loved one. And the young man, I think, as I understand it from staff, is about 15 years old, and he turned himself in and just said he claimed his right against self-incrimination and handed over his pistol. That's all we know about it, but you've got to know that that whole community has to be just in a state of shock right now.
It was the deadliest school shooting so far this year, according to Everytown for Gun Safety, a group which keeps statistics of mass shootings and lobbies for gun control. Before Tuesday's incident, there had been 138 shootings in schools across the U.S. in 2021, according to figures provided by Everytown. In those incidents, 26 resulted in fatalities, though no more than 2 each time.